A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Golden State Warriors find offensive footing to scoring Memphis in Game 3. Golden State Warriors scoring onslaught against Memphis in Game 3 is a resounding victory for the team.
This article will look at the team's zone defense, the ineffectiveness of Porter on offense, and the emergence of Kevin Durant as a legitimate scoring threat. It is a game that is defined by matchups, so it is imperative for teams to identify theirs early on.
Golden State Warriors scoring onslaught in Game 3. After a shaky shooting performance in Game 2, the Golden State Warriors responded with a rout.
Led by Stephen Curry, Jordan Poole, and Klay Thompson, the Warriors scored 68 points in the third quarter and held a 2-1 lead in the Western Conference semifinals. Here's a look at the Warriors' three best players.
The Warriors outrebounded the Grizzlies 38-29. Stephen Curry led the way with 35 points.
He shot 13 off minus 23 from 3 and hit 5 three-pointers to go along with his 19 points. It was also his first postseason game to have a swagger, as he walked out of Oracle Arena to meet his family.
After a dominant third quarter, the Warriors firmly established themselves as championship favorites. But Curry didn't stop there.
Curry is a brilliant scorer and is an offense unto himself. He pulls defenders with him 35 feet from the hoop and is a threat to make plays with or without the ball.
His defense isn't a problem because smart people can take away the defensive attention from Curry and make plays once he's swarmed with the ball. His soaring scoring ability has paved the way for the Warriors' dominant play.
The Warriors were able to survive a late comeback attempt by the Lakers in Game 3 in Los Angeles. LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's regular season scoring record.
The game had 20 ties and a score of 109-110. However, the Warriors were able to hold off the Lakers despite their lackluster rebounding.
The second half was a tough quarter for the Warriors, with the Lakers holding a 15-point lead at the halftime break. They took the lead with less than 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Team's zone defense. The NBA is filled with best of the best talent, but the next best player can operate the floor just as well.
So the Warriors' zone defense isn't a problem if they use it in bursts. The Warriors' zone defense has a lot in common with the Thunder's man-to-man defense.
For example, the Warriors' defense typically requires everyone to guard the ball in the lane. Despite the zone's similarities to man-to-man defense, the Thunder's players don't move nearly as much.
The Warriors' zone defense has been criticized for its reliance on Damian Looney and Fred VanVleet. Both players mimicked Curry's moves and played a similar role on the switch.
Damian Looney was a reliable commodity on the switches but lacks athleticism and foot speed. Because of this, the Warriors have to trust Draymond Green to rotate behind him and let Malik Monk and Kyle Lowry penetrate.
Curry praised Brown's role in the success of the Warriors' zone defense last season. Unlike last season, the Warriors did not face a new look from any other team this season.
Instead, they have refined their defensive playbook. Last season, Steve Kerr experimented with a 1-3 zone, but he preferred the one that he used against the Magic.
This year, he may even try a box and one against Curry if that's the best option. Warriors' zone defense is a tough nut to crack, but they have the tools to do it.
Ja Morant has never been held under 34 points in a series. Despite the obvious weaknesses, the Warriors have been able to find ways to keep their star on his toes.
The Warriors aren't going to get that luxury every time. They'll simply have to play smart and use every advantage they can get.
Porter's ineffectiveness on offense. While it's tempting to dismiss the recent ineffectiveness of Otto Porter Jr., it's hard to ignore his shrewd game.
The Warriors acquired him in the off-season with the hopes of using him as depth on the wing, but instead he has reinvented himself as a stretch big. And the Warriors are more than happy with that evolution.
Let's take a closer look at Porter's offensive shortcomings. After all, Curry and Green are the engine of this team.
Yet, they've been largely ineffective this season. They were both minus 17 on Tuesday with a net rating of minus 21.8.
Green's sluggish play was not helping matters much. He muffed 4 shots in the lane. Meanwhile, the rest of the Warriors were able to score more points with Otto Porter, Jordan Poole, and Gary Payton too.
The Warriors' preseason numbers have been inflated and do not reflect the full picture. However, they do portend a drastic shift in philosophy, with the team going with an in-and-out attack.
They are now a rim pressure specialist that attacks inside while also utilizing multiple deep-range threats. Porter's ineffectiveness on the Warriors' offense is not surprising, given the team's recent in-season improvement.
The Warriors have been without Kevin Durant and Andrew Wiggins, and they were worried about their defense. With the injury to Kevin Durant, the Warriors had to be concerned about the Phoenix Suns.
As the third quarter came to an end, the Warriors took a 32-23 lead. Despite the glaring weaknesses, they were able to close the gap.
Kevin Porter Jr., meanwhile, was whistled for an offensive foul. Durant's emergence as a legitimate scoring threat.
Kevin Durant's emergence as a scoring threat is a major story in the first round of the NBA playoffs. This is a game where matchups matter.
In order to win, a team must be able to find its best matchups, and the Warriors are doing just that. Durant's emergence as a legitimate scoring threat against Memphis helped the Warriors take a crucial step toward a possible title run.
While the Grizzlies have long been a threat, Memphis is a team known for its size and athleticism. Memphis ranks first in paint points and second-chance opportunities in the NBA, which can make it difficult for the Warriors to defend their opponents.
Memphis' absence will also help the Warriors' defense, with Steven Adams undergoing health protocols. Clark's versatility and energy could help the Warriors in Game 2.
Although Durant isn't as feared as Curry, this performance is an encouraging sign for the Warriors' future. The Warriors have been able to find a rhythm in the last 2 weeks, and he scored 34 points in just 22 minutes in Game 2.
Klay Thompson has been consistent, making 29 of 59 three-point attempts over his past 5 games. Andrew Wiggins has snagged 17 rebounds in his past 2 games, and he'll be a key part of their offense for the Warriors going forward.
Kevin Durant has emerged as a legit scoring threat in the West Finals after a career-high 37-point effort in Game 4 against Denver. The Warriors had a comfortable lead in the series entering Game 4, but their comeback attempt came up short.
This forced Game 5 to be played on Wednesday in San Francisco, and the Warriors held the Nuggets to 13 for -36 shooting from beyond the arc. Poole's scoring onslaught in Game 3.
After missing more than 2 years with an ankle injury, Klay Thompson returned to the lineup Tuesday night and showcased his deadly shooting touch. Thompson finished with 19 points on 7 of 15 shooting, including 5 to 10 from beyond the arc.
In Game 3, the Warriors made more triples than they did in the previous game. Poole's 30 points were a season high, and Draymond Green added 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Nikola Jokic chipped in with 22 points and 13 rebounds. The Warriors have made some adjustments to guard the Grizzlies, but it's not enough.
The Warriors need a better plan to shut down Morant. Hare has said that the team will continue to double-team Morant, but Poole's scoring onslaught will make the Warriors look worse.
The Warriors need to revert to the strategy they used in Game 2 of the series. The Warriors' shooting has been a major issue this postseason, but the young point guard has responded well to the role.
After scoring just 5 points in his first 2 games, he's up to 9 off -13 shooting. He's on pace to break the Warriors' postseason record, but he's also in good company.
With the ball in his hands, Poole is lightning fast. The Warriors have separated themselves from Larry Looney and Draymond Green.
However, they were unable to stop Poole from scoring 34 points in the third game. And while the Warriors' offensive rating has been ugly 107.6, the Warriors have made adjustments to their offense.
It's been a long road for the Warriors. However, they are confident enough to take this series.